Hello, everyone, and welcome back to part two of Crate Expectations. If you have not watched part one, you can go to Zara's channel and watch it there, like, review, subscribe, comment.
That
That's
was
like a review, sort of.
that was weirder than you usually are.
Uh, you just watch that one first, and then come back here, or you can
Yeah,
watch the whole thing on Twitch because we streamed it on Twitch too.
we did.
Get all the behind the scenes nonsense.
I know. I just told a story about my mom and her dog. It wa- it
Not
wasn't
Clifford.
it wasn't Clifford. That's the
Uh,
twist. Uh,
Spoiler alert.
we actually did have Clifford, but he didn't live long because he was huge. Sorry,
Dark.
that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
So okay, what do we
All right.
what viewer questions do we have?
Okay, so we have one that was on YouTube, and if anyone throws them in Twitch, we can take them from there too. But this one was from Swiss Sweaty 7731.
It's a dirty name.
Okay. How
Need a
about we
shower.
start celebrating Life Day with an amnesty event? Uh, eligible player, or sorry, once a year, eligible players that are eligible would be able to reclaim one full Omicron and one full Zeta.
Oh, so you're like, man, I really regret putting a Zeta on Farm Boy Luke.
Right. I want this back.
I would like to put the other Farm Boy Luke Zeta on
Does he have two?
instead. Yeah.
He does not.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
because
check it. Go look. It's true.
um,
And he has an Omicron,
I was gonna
but
say I know he has an Omicron now. Uh, I like this idea. I can't see them doing it for Omicrons, but just because they're so rare. Oh my goodness, he does have two. Yikes.
yikes
Yikes.
indeed.
Well,
Are you
uh,
gonna apply one?
no. I don't have very many.
I know. Okay, I won't try
I
to
had to
pressure you into it.
I had to give Trench an Omicron because I got spoken to about it.
Well, you put one on who?
I had to give Trench an Omicron, so I had to give him his Zeta first.
You didn't. You didn't even have his Zetas on. You. Gosh,
Uh,
feel like my little sister. I'm so embarrassed right now.
not disappointed. Uh, yeah, so I had to do that, and now I don't have very many Zetas.
Hold on. How many Zetas? No. Okay. Let's look. Let's
What
look.
are
Okay. How many more Zetas could you apply to Trench if you for some
Zetas?
reason, yeah.
Two,
So he needs three of them total.
I guess.
Dude,
Yeah, yeah, he needs three total.
you just don't use your characters.
Don't make me do it. I put him on defense because they make me put him on defense. I even took him to Relic 1, like they asked me to, so I could put a Datacron on the team.
I don't have words. Okay. All right.
Um,
Let's yeah,
so
it's just so funny to me. It's like if they are worthy of an Omicron, they should
yeah,
be worthy of like some relic levels and some Zetas.
I agree, and I would like to give him some Relic levels. I am just very busy giving other people Relic levels first. This is the equivalent of like when I was getting all the Galactic Legends, and I just kept telling Lord Vader he had to wait his turn. And then I would start and be like, no, sorry, changed my mind. You have to wait again. It's the same thing here. I gave him one relic level and now he has to wait again.
Oh, okay, let's move on. I'm struggling here. How much work have you done on Moff Gideon? Out of curiosity, the Dark Trooper Moff Gideon.
He's relic 7. I need to take Stormtrooper to relic whatever 7.
Oh,
eight,
you put
nine.
all three Zetas on him,
Yeah, this is why I don't have Zetas.
but no Omicrons.
Well, we haven't made an Omicron mandatory yet. I was told to wait.
Okay, he's really good, man. He's a
I
lot
know.
of fun.
I know. I could give him an Omicron. I have plenty. But
But why do like maybe Scout will get another one, hopefully.
hey, man, don't knock Scout. She's doing good work.
I'm not. I'm saying maybe she'll get another one because it's so good of work already. So,
Rude.
uh,
So, to answer the
what?
question, I would like to have an amnesty event. I would like to take some Zetas back.
Which
And
one
oh,
would you take back?
I don't know. I feel like I have like some way down here that I would probably do on characters I don't use. I
Okay.
feel like I gave a Zeta to somebody just for an unlock event. It might have been Captain Han.
That would be a good one to take back, like a
I would take,
Rolo one or something, if you're
yeah.
not using her. I'm actually kind of bummed out. I was so late to the party that I missed it entirely. Rolo had some actually really cool teams last season and like last Datacron set, and I just never got in on any of it. But anyways,
Mm,
that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I would do an amnesty thing. I also I don't know. I'm also of the opinion that I like decisions to be like kind of permanent.
yeah,
I guess like I want people to have a reason to, you know, pay the consequences or like reap the consequences, whether it's good or
mhm,
bad. I kind of don't like people getting out of jail for free.
right. Well, I was like, another one was the Cam Zeta that made him taunt, and a lot of people didn't apply that one. I think it was a Zeta.
I think it's just an Omega.
Is it an Omega?
I think so.
It's probably an Omega because I just apply those like candy.
Yeah, just don't even look at it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do it too. Yeah, I guess the Boosh Omicron would be a great candidate for that because
Yeah.
I mean I'll chuckle a little bit if they do like the next raid has something to do with, you know, like we can use like all variants of Leia somehow or something.
Mm.
I don't know what that would be, but you know, then suddenly magically we can use that Omicron again. But like that's the world's worst Omicron right now, right? Like, it has to be.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's getting no use.
Yeah,
On
nothing.
actually the Aura Sing Zeta would be a good one too.
I keep hoping that they're gonna have some kind of mechanic for topple so that I can apply that Zeta.
Um uh it's just popped into my head. If they do a ship raid next, would there not be no raid Omicron?
Why would you put that evil on us?
Well, I'm just saying because it would be ships.
I mean, I guess not. I tend to think that the raid Omicrons are like unless they're supremely helpful. I just it hurts a little because they release characters faster than we can accumulate Omicrons as it is.
Right.
So like just being able to apply them unless they save a lot of time and effort. Like the Bushcron, I have no regrets for, even if I had to pay
Yeah.
full price. Like I only paid 10 for it because that weird discount thing they had.
Same.
But even if I had to pay full price, I don't think I would regret it. On the other hand, it's just for the most part they're not good.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. But I also feel like there's a ton of Omicrons that people have that probably aren't getting as much use as they used to get.
Which Omicron that's current would you that's more current than that? Like that's actually a GAC or territory wars that you
Hmm.
would what would you take back if you could? If you have to. They're
If
like you have to choose one to get back.
I'd probably take Zam back.
Zam. Okay.
I think so. I feel like it would be a toss up between Zam and Wampa because it's getting harder and harder to Wampa things.
Dude, Wampa. Wampa's still great, actually.
I know.
Wampa.
I still use him. It's just getting harder and harder, which is what she said.
It, it is.
Oh yeah, actually, Herfordurf is right. First order TIE pilot. I would probably take that one back. I don't use that at all.
Yeah, that one. Gosh, it aged so poorly. It was so
Hmm.
promising at first. It was like, it was right after Starkiller came out, and
Hmm.
especially in threes, it was like, how the hell are we gonna kill Starkiller? Like it was so tough, and that Omicron is actually a way you can do it. It's not super consistent though,
Hmm.
and then you need like Relic 8 on Red Trooper, which now that's not as unreasonable because it used to just be his requirement used to be Relic 5 at that point, but
Right.
now it's Relic 7, so it's like, oh, that's not too bad. On the other hand, yeah, that one was something I would take back.
Yeah, I
Um,
would do that. And that was actually Beta Pie's idea. Sorry. I just saw her for Herfordurf agreeing and I assumed it was his.
I thought it was too, actually. Just the like the certain colors on the Twitch
Uh,
names, like I don't notice the yellow as much, and that's what Beta Pi is for me for my
mm,
viewing. So, you know what I would take back is your Relic 7 on Lord Vader. I'd take it back to Relic 8.
I
It
can't
makes
even do anything.
because you're busy putting them on. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna log on for you tonight and apply that. It's gonna happen.
I'm gonna log in and
You're gonna
uh,
you're gonna be so frustrated, and our guild will benefit, so it'll be good.
oh man.
So, now I think I would take away. You know what? I would reallocate. I never use the Phasma Omicron, and I know that Territory War diehards are gonna gasp.
Mm,
They're just gonna be shocked. But for my guild, I just we don't use it. It's not a thing for us. Like you have to have specific modding for it, and I
right.
understand he's Phasma Omicron, wonderful tool. I will acknowledge that it's a really good one, and you have to remod for it, and I'm just not interested in doing that, and it's not something our guild does, and it for me it is a total absolute waste. If you want it in a good territory war guild, I mean, a lot of guilds use it still. But yeah, it's not good. It's terrible on defense. So I would take that one
Mhm.
back. But I would then reallocate it probably to a second one on trench, or maybe on maybe a second one on Darth or Dark Trooper Moff Gideon.
Mm. I feel like I will eventually put some on him too. So should probably relic up my stormtrooper.
Dude, that team is a lot of fun. Even without using it in territory wars, that team is it's very good. And actually, I just threw a Zeta on my Dark Trooper Moff Gideon on Professor X.
Did you?
Sorry, but yeah.
I noticed actually when I was in earlier, I was like, you have like six Zeta mats right now. What did you do?
I applied all of them to Zori and Resistant or OG Finn, and then I got a new one and I put it on Dark Trooper Moff Gideon because you know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make myself feel less bad about not farming Sith Eternal Emperor
Ah,
because I'm
mm-hmm.
like, well, even if I could farm him, I wouldn't have any Zetas for him. Like that's
That's true.
literally the reason I'm
Yeah.
spending them right now. I'm just like, I have to trick myself into putting relics on these raid
So
characters somehow.
instead of hoarding the Zetas so that you could use them on Sith Eternal right away when you get him, you're going to continue to spend them.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's like the most logical. I think it is actually the most logical if you look at it from like just a psychology of
instant gratification.
like trying to. I know that long term I would benefit probably from saving them, but I just don't know. I think what would end up happening is I would just not work on the raid characters. Frankly, I think I would just
Mm,
secretly be putting. I joke about it, but I've been really good at just not putting relics on my Silly Eternal characters,
hmm
and actually for real leveling up the raid ones. And I don't want to. It hurts my soul just a little bit. I mean, I voted for yes, let's go for max crate, so I can't really complain, but it is difficult for me. And so this is my way to kind of cope with it. And
Right.
whether or not it makes sense on like a practical, like I'm gonna succeed at the game level, it does help me succeed on not farming Sith Eternal right now.
All right, that's fair.
Just depends on what your goals are, and this I think I'm meeting my objective, but this is like the only way I can. So
That's fair. Um, okay. Now that we've like completely derailed in the viewer question segment, do we want to go look at a
oh
pack?
yeah, we're not even on we're
Uh,
not even on my half where we just like free ranging conversation. Yeah, let's look at the pack. We're
all
we're
right.
in the game again.
Sweet, sweet. So
I
let's
bet.
look at the comeuppance bundle because we're in the chase right now.
Okay,
And
this is
so
twenty
this,
dollars US.
yeah, I was gonna say it's $20 US, 28 Canadian because exchange rate apparently.
Oh, they actually that used to just be a didn't it used to be 26.99?
No,
No, okay, it didn't go up for you guys then.
no,
Okay, then good. I'm just apparently not observant.
no. Always
How
27.99.
how's your comeuppance farm going, by the way?
Uh, we're here, 57 out of 85.
Okay, and
So
how what refreshes have you done?
I've done the 50s and the 100s.
Yeah, so you'll maybe get to 6 stars,
Yeah,
maybe
and
stay at 5.
I had fleet energy twice in the web store, like 50 fleet energy twice.
Hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So it's been moderately okay, I guess. I haven't been going crazy for it because I
I,
just don't
I
want to.
I see no urgency in
I
it, frankly.
don't. I don't see an
Like,
urgency in it, and I just don't want to spend my crystals on it.
I think it's wise, honestly, to do the 100 refreshes if you can afford it, or at least do the full 50 refreshes if you're on a smaller account. You can't
Hmm
afford as many crystals. I think you do the crystals like through the 50s, so then you don't have to farm as much because this is a way easier way to farm it with
hmm
a way better drop rate than when it's actually on a node and it takes 6 months to farm. Like you can really cut back, like you can cut down a few months on that if you're pretty diligent about it. Plus,
Yeah.
you can farm whatever you want with it. Like you're getting gear
Yeah.
and stuff too. So,
Yeah, exactly.
um,
So like I'm farming gear, which is fine. And then I'm looking at it from the perspective of the Marauder, which didn't hurt me that I only had it at 6 stars when the chase ended. So
hmm,
yeah. But this is the bundle. And
yep.
I thought it was interesting that um it's essentially like a marquee, even though it's not a marquee, but it's the same sort of idea. Um, and we only get 20 shards of it in the pack instead of 30.
Well, this is pretty standard for ships, I think.
Yeah, but like I don't understand what's the difference? You need 330 no matter what, whether it's a ship or a character.
CG is weird about ship shards though because they require 330. You're right, but they also don't accelerate ships.
Yeah, which I also think is weird.
Yeah, they just want to make farms take longer and be frustrating. I mean,
But
there's a
then
reason
they
they're.
wonder why we don't engage in ships. Come
I'm
on.
sure they don't. I'm sure they don't wonder. we prob. My guess is that we engage in ships as much as they want. I bet that they're fine with our engagement.
I don't think they are.
No, I mean there's probably room for improvement, but I think honestly, what's eye opening is when at like once I started unlocking these capital ships with my alts, and once I realized how difficult it is to really save crystals in this game,
Mm-hmm.
instead of buying refreshes, buying all the little nickel and diming things that they can give us, it's very challenging to save crystals enough to actually buy the refreshes for
Yeah.
ships.
Yeah.
And there's a certain level of urgency on some of them that it's like, man, I really need to get the 7 star. But it takes a crazy amount of time to just do it naturally. Just, 10 shards a month or
Hmm.
whatever. So once I realized how many people probably spend money just to be done with their stupid capital ship farm,
Right.
I think that that's probably a pretty big source of frustration for them that they get a lot of money for it, is what my guess is.
Right. Which is fair. I feel like it's different though when it's a capital ship because it's only coming around like once a month, right? So it's a bit more of a source of frustration.
Yeah. Well, I just think, I don't know. Or maybe also they just don't care about ships as much, so they just haven't updated the pack.
Yeah. I don't know. It just feels bad.
But I mean, it does,
It's
especially
basically
for a
like
ship I don't care about.
it's like $1 a shard if you're in the States.
Hmm.
And I feel like that is ripoff.
But not gonna argue. I mean, arguably a lot of this stuff is a ripoff, anyways. But I just, especially for how good the fleet isn't.
Right. Yeah, that's another thing.
If this was going to be a part like a cog in a really cool off meta kind of counter, something that like beats any of the big ships or
Mhm.
fleets, that's awesome. But it's not like I've seen a couple unconvincing videos of it like outracing Leviathan to destroy Leviathan before Leviathan destroys it or takes it over.
Right.
But I'm like, that could have gone so bad for you. You just got lucky.
Right. It was a good RNG fight.
Yeah, like it's not going to be consistent. So, um, I don't know. I guess I'm interested to see if anything comes of it, but for right now, I'm just not. Get it to 5 or 6 stars. Farm it a little bit, move on, and don't
All
spend $20 on it.
all good.
Yeah.
All right. Um, let's review a character that's not Zori.
Oh yeah. We're not reviewing Zori.
No. Maybe another time.
I really want to upgrade your Paz. Also,
No, man, you're gonna ruin my drop rate.
I just want to do it. The heart wants what it wants, Sarah.
I'm gonna log into my account tomorrow and I'm gonna have like crystals missing.
you're gonna you're gonna break your phone. What's his relic? I don't actually remember.
Um,
What is
Mon Calamari Admiral rank badge. I
so okay.
Yeah, I will say I find the relic amplifiers to be very humorous. Like this seems super serious, and then you have trenches.
What's trenches?
It's swagger stick.
Oh yeah. 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 Yeah, I know. They have fun with them.
Yeah. Um, so this is Radis.
Yeah. So I'm actually working on a video on Radis right
Okay.
now. So that'll come out this week or next probably. Um, we we had we were joking about how he was part of a fish fry at the end of Rogue One.
Because he doesn't
Uh,
croak. He
so
just kind of
sad.
does the like the guppy face, you know?
Yeah. Poor guy. I mean, he was so. They named a capital ship after him, which leads to confusion in Galaxy of Heroes.
It
Just use
really
Radis.
does.
Use Radis. I used
Right.
Radis. It didn't win. I'm like, use the wrong Radis. Um.
It's terrible.
So
Um,
what do you like about Radis? What do you do with him?
um, I use him to counter Iden teams right now.
Oh, so you're using him on offense.
I'm using him on offense. I took him off
Mm-hmm.
defense,
Nice.
which is tons of fun because I don't have a
Mm-hmm.
full Rogue One relic team. Like, so I think my fifth one is like year 12 or whatever. Um, and it still works so nicely.
Oh,
Like there's no problems with it. So tons of fun. Also a lot of fun in Conquest. Like just
yeah.
absolutely wipes those annoying trooper nodes. It's fantastic. Especially this Conquest because you need the 40 rebel wins. So there's tons of rebel teams to get it done super fast. Um, I will say I always, whenever I fight a Radis on defense,
Mm-hmm.
forget I always forget that you have to kill him before you can kill Jin. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I usually like whenever I see one, usually what ends up happening is I have bounty hunters that I haven't
Mm-hmm.
used. So I'm like, oh, I'll just take my bounty hunters and I'll just snipe Jin, and then I can't do that. Uh, so I have to remember to snipe him first. Which can be annoying, but it is also really fun on offense when you see the AI continually target Jin and nothing happen.
No, I mean I love that actually. Um, they do that more than they should for sure.
Yeah,
Apparently, her face is very punchable. But
that sounds aggressive.
of the AI, I'm not making that decision. You're the one who's trying to
Um,
punch her face. You're trying to snipe her face. So,
what do you use him for then? If you don't go against, let's say you don't go against an Iden squad.
well, first off, I do want to point out, and you probably know this, but if you have the Rebel Spark or whatever it's called, buff,
Hmm.
then you can just kill Iden before anyone else on the team. Did you know that?
No.
Well, then let's look. I forget if it's his lead or unique, but yeah. So it's
I gave him an Omicron?
it's a good Omicron, man.
All right.
Yeah. So against Empire characters, I forget which one it
Uh,
is.
okay. They gain Spark of Rebellion for 3 turns.
Right. Well, that the Omicron isn't the thing that does it, though.
Oh, so then it's in his unique. That
Sure. So scroll down. Let's see. I think you went too far.
did I go too far?
Oh, wait, now you went too far again.
Crap.
This little section here, I think. Um, maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't want to spend forever looking for it, but essentially, Empire characters that die from it
Yeah.
can't be, or that die while you have that buff can't be revived.
Oh. Now I'm curious where it is.
Here, let's pause the recording. We'll look for it. Okay, so we found it. It's in his special.
I realized
Uh,
we could have just looked at chat and they were all telling us.
They're like, it's right there.
Like,
Yeah, so Empire enemies defeated by this character can't be revived. So you could just
man.
kill Iden, and even if she put up her revive buff, like she has double
Yeah.
revive on her, she just dies. Um, so I mean, and it's nice too because whenever they're shooting at you, they just get dazed when they gain turn meter.
Right.
So it's really nice. I mean, this season he killed a lot of Dark Trooper Moff Gideon teams for me.
Mm. Oh,
Just butchered them because
really?
everyone put him on defense. They're like, oh yeah, just make it your opponent's problem. I'm like, well, I mean, in this case, thank you. That's a 65 every time.
Wow.
Yeah, it just completely ruined all the Dark Trooper Moff Gideons. It was never particularly close.
I kind of hope I see one now. Although I guess we're going to 3v3.
And Dark Trooper Moff Gideon's going to have a really good cron that he didn't have last season. Last season, it was he's good because he facilitates the
Hmm.
rest of his team killing
Hmm.
stuff. Now he's going to personally be killing the hell out of people because he has a lot of defense.
Although he did
Turns into
have, there
offense.
was a bug that was happening in this last week where it was some like it was summoning a Dark Trooper, um,
Sure.
which was interesting for people.
I mean that's not great. That was also not nearly as destructive as like because there's a level 6 on the Datacron, and I'll
Right.
try to make this short because you don't like Datacrons, but the level 6 like turns their defense into offense basically,
Yeah. Okay.
and it it one shots 3 of the Jabba. Like if you face a Jabba team, like it'll just one shot the 3 characters that aren't Chrysanthemum and Jabba.
So you're telling me I need to get that cron?
I don't care. But yeah, sure.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, it's gonna kill Galactic Legends. It is truly a ruinous and magical Kron. So that being said, Admiral Radis also kills Tuskens pretty nicely, pretty convincingly.
Mm.
He kills a lot of stuff that like just did a lot of the top of the like B list kind of
Yeah.
teams. He just and the thing is, they keep putting out Empire teams, so you don't want to try to punch too high with him, or you'll just be disappointed. But he's been a very impressive little guy, and if you put him on defense, on in threes, like I tell people every single season, uh, don't put Cassian as the third if you're putting him on defense.
Well, you should have a tank, right?
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
you need a tank. Because otherwise, people can just. The tank isn't always going to save you, but it's going to save you a lot more
Right.
than Cassian. Cassian, you can call him open door Cassian. Like he's a revolving door. Like he just lets you have whatever you want, man. In threes, the Cassian
Uh,
fallacy. People are like he's relic 8. He has to go there.
no. Bad news. I should probably look at my 3v3 board.
Don't bother. It'll be fine.
It's a future Sarah problem.
Yeah. Why would you help
Um,
her?
but I also really like with him once you get his like mini ultimate, whatever you want to call it, all set. I'd like that you can bring the whole team back, which makes it really good in Conquest because you can easily 3-star the nodes when you bring everyone back and just kill everybody.
Oh yeah, he's great. I've used him a lot for Conquest. For yeah, he doesn't seem like that impressive of a team. For me, it took a while for me to realize like yeah, he's been a lot better, more and more. Yeah, he just keeps getting better in my estimation,
Hmm.
surprisingly.
Yeah. So, anything else on him and his fish head, fish face?
Just the idle speculation of I wonder if they give us Relic 10 at some point this year, which it seems like it's inevitable, but who knows. If
Hmm.
they did give us Relic 10, how soon would we need to put it on him, if at all?
Oof, because he's a capital ship dude.
Right. I mean, right now it seems a little non-urgent, but just because he's not the meta, but
Mhm.
maybe you would want it. Maybe Relic 10 Radis would beat Relic 9 Darth Revan. Leviathan. That's the
Ugh.
ship you don't ever use and just ignore.
Yeah, I do ignore that one.
Yeah, you do.
I used it in GAC this last time. Remember, you made me full clear.
I had no idea I had guilted you into that.
And then I used my Leviathan.
Yay.
Um, okay.
Pummeling those hapless people from Kyber 3. You're like, get back! Get back! Get back in there. I don't care what you smell. So, shall we roast a roster? I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. I guess we should. Um, so I'm pretty sure they're still playing. This is from a while ago that it was posted. We're going through the list. But I did my due diligence and I looked and they're still on the Discord servers, they're still in a guild, and it looks like they still sort of play. So, and their GP has gone up since they posted because when they posted they were 3 million GP.
Oh wow! So they're in Carbonite 4. What's their GP now?
4.4.
They're in a guild called Barely Active Guild.
Yeah, so this could be.
They didn't even bother to capitalize active or guild.
Well, that requires work.
I know. I'm kind of impressed by their uh, I don't know, willingness to buy into the meme of it.
Oh man.
I I'm gonna hate this so much.
Um.
Bosk lead
Yeah.
in arena.
Yeah. So at the
Okay.
time when they volunteered for the roast, just to give this some perspective, they were going to finish Executor and then either go to Jabba or Profundity. So
Hmm.
yeah. I don't know if they finished Executor because Tarkin is in here. Let's go look. Let's go see.
This is gonna
The
be
the
so
guild
bad.
description says they don't kick them unless they haven't been active for a certain amount of time, which means he's got to have been active. Oh wow, that's a lot of holy.
Look at Thrawn. No, oh no, look at
Yeah,
Kenobi. Look at their gear
and
levels.
Grievous, level 1.
Okay, I
So there's no Executor.
they were trying to decide if they should go for Executor. This is like a year ago.
Or Jabba, or Profundity. But
I
then,
I can't, Sarah. I can't do
well,
this.
we're already here.
Okay.
We can't turn the car around.
I can't. I'm losing resolve, Sarah.
Um, but
Okay.
like
Hey, good news. Hyena Bomber is 5 stars level 1.
there's a lot of level 1. So there's like no ship,
Anakin.
like absolutely no ship carrying.
I mean, they're in Carbonite 4. They clearly don't GAC.
Okay, fair, but still, you got like Fleet Arena.
They don't play anymore. This isn't a real account. I hope. I hope to God this isn't a real account.
Well, it looks like they bought the Ray bundles. And is that the uh was there a bundle that got you Lando? No. There was one that got you
Yeah, there
L3.
was. There was,
Like
actually.
was Lando in it too? I can't remember.
It was the Unlock the Radis bundle.
Okay.
Because the Lando's Falcon is required for for the Holdo's ship mission.
Uh okay, so like they clearly bought the Lightspeed bundles. Like those.
At least one of them, yeah. Ugh.
Well,
Yeah,
I think they bought Kylo too, because he's got Relic 5 pilots.
yeah. I mean, I saw you had a Relic 5 Hux. Go back to the capital ships. It's actually like almost hysterical to see. The only ones that are glowing are Holdo and Hux. All the other ones are absolutely neglected to the extent that is beyond my comprehension.
Okay. I'm not even gonna look at Datacrons.
B Cubed says, instead of the 300 game, you get to play the 200 game.
I'm curious if he has the GLs. Like if he bought the Lightspeed pack.
I don't think he has Kylo because you need a 5 star finalizer. He doesn't have that.
Oh, good point. He's got oh, and only a 4-star
Or
Radis.
Radis. And the Radis is only level 1.
Yikes. I'm scared.
Well, look at his Datacrons real quick.
Okay.
Just for... Okay. Cool.
Okay.
So, you know what that tells me? Like, he didn't claim this most recent one.
This most recent set?
So we get one free calendar, right, for this
Right?
set,
Yeah.
and he did. That's the first one on the calendar. He hasn't either didn't bother to pick up the calendar, or he just
Hasn't claimed it.
hasn't claimed it. Yep.
Okay. Um, I kind of want to know if he bought the Star Killer bundle.
Let's do the 300 game real quick, such
Okay.
as it is.
Okay. Okay. Uh,
I immediately regret my decision. Okay, I mean, I'm just gonna say it. I think it's TIE Fighter Pilot.
um, so does that mean I'm Jedi Knight Revan?
We
Like
can talk.
Mission can't get like how fast is Mission?
She's not fast.
Okay.
I Yeah, I guess you can be Darth Red. We could also. It would be kind of fitting if you also chose TIE Fighter Pilot, because then we could tie.
Okay, we could tie. Okay. Let's just see TIE Fighter pilot real quick. Oh no. Oh no. I had it sorted properly, right?
Oh,
Oh no.
okay. We have to play the 200 game.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm crying. Okay.
Oh man.
Okay, let's say Resistance Hero Finn.
Oh geez, isn't he just naturally 200 or?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll say Bosk. We'll just. But Jin, no, Jin is gear.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And how would Cad Bane be 200? Why is Zalbar so high? Why? Like, I mean, does he even have mods on any of them?
Do you want to look at Zalbar? I feel like the answer is no.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna guess Darth Vader for the 200 speed.
All right, let's look at Darth Vader.
Oh,
Hey, he's got
he's
mods.
got mods.
231.
Oh man. All right.
Uh,
You guys put more
I, w-
effort into this roast than this guy has put into his
I
roster.
wanna I wanna see. Oh no. Oh no.
You chose poorly.
I did choose poorly. You can't ever accuse me of cheating at this game again.
This is the one time I feel like you haven't cheated.
Okay, let's stop sorting by speed. I'm genuinely curious if he also bought the Star Killer bundle, but I feel like probably not.
I mean, I don't see any of the Star Killer
Teams.
characters. I mean, and that bundle's expensive, man. Wasn't that
Yeah,
like $50?
that was an expensive one. Yeah. There's Mara.
I mean, he unlocked them all, I guess. Some of them.
Um,
He
I
even
feel like
farmed all the Inquisitors.
yeah, that's a lot. I mean, they're all level 1.
Yeah, but they're farmed.
Yeah.
That's more than I would have expected.
Um, I'm curious. I just want to see bounty hunters because I know Executor was a topic. Oh. So Jabba isn't happening either because they're not farmed.
At least IG has a Zeta, though, so that'll help. Useful.
Uh, um, okay. Okay.
Let's play this game.
Yeah.
What's the last character they've unlocked?
Oh.
Let's look for Paz. Let's look at that first. Let's look at Mandalorians.
Some people just don't activate their marquee characters either. Oh yeah, he's got Paz. He's got IG-12.
Okay, so he's kind of played some.
See?
Don't act like you see, Zareth. Okay.
Um,
I do see. Thank you.
Kelleran's he's a Jedi, right?
He is.
Okay, no Kelleran back.
No? You,
I
it
don't
must
see
have
him.
frozen, I think. Did you scroll down more?
Oh yeah, I did. Did it freeze?
Yeah, it froze.
Come on, Discord. Don't let me down. Maybe that's
Okay.
a sign.
There we go. It's working now.
Oh, okay. Um,
Um,
this also just makes me sad.
General Kenobi at Gear 1 at 7. He's 7-star Gear 1. Eth Koth has more GP than General Kenobi does right now.
How? That's a lot of, oh man. And Hermit Yoda's just chilling and Shock. Yikes. Can I just look at his clones?
Just do what you want. I'm dead inside.
You're just along
This
for the
is
ride.
this.
Uh,
I mean, it's a small roster. He shouldn't necessarily have them all developed, but
no. But I'm curious what the
wait.
next what?
Just look at first order. I want to see what are they
First
ready?
order?
Yeah, I mean he bought the bundle, right?
Yeah, he did. So they're all Relic 5.
He's
Um,
just like, yeah, I'll take the bundle and not. He has
well,
zero Zetas on them,
he can't get Kylo unlocked without Finalizer.
right?
And like, let's look at, I'm assuming Resistance is the same thing. Yeah. Oh!
Yes, BB1. I'm glad we saw that at least. Good. That will repay you. At last, we will have our revenge.
I'm so sad.
I, I, I'll admit this is the happiest I've been since the roast started.
Ah.
Also, no Zetas on this entire. Oh no, R2 has
R2's
one.
got one. No, just one, not one on C3PO. Let me just look at his rebels. Okay. I think I'm sufficiently sad.
I'm just so dead inside right now.
I think that's it.
But can you hold on? Look at Imperial Troopers real quick.
I feel like how you feel when I do this to you. Oh no.
All right. Enough said. Goodbye, folks.